Let me tell you about ProHealthConnect.com. It's transforming healthcare payments, providing retailers a seamless process for over-the-counter and healthy benefit programs. By connecting retailers, health plans, and payment processors, ProHealth Connect creates one powerful, unified network. They empower independent grocers and pharmacies to accept health benefit cards without changing how they do business. With over 10,000 locations nationwide, helping more than 1.3 million people access the care and nutrition they need. Go to ProHealthConnect.com.
Listen, all you New Yorkers. Excuse me. Taxi.
Okay, man, we're looking around.
This is the 77 WABC minicast. Breaking news.
And tonight on the Rita Cosby Show, President Trump just wrapping up his address to the nation. What did you think? It was 18 minutes. I was curious to see how long he would go, how forceful he would go, and also did he answer the looming questions of why we are fighting against Iran. That part I think he definitely did. I think it was very clear. I think he was very direct in talking about the threats of Iran, talking about the nuclear ambitions of Iran, also saying that he has no doubt that they would have used the nuclear arsenal against the United States and also Europe, also the Arab world. I thought one of the most powerful moments of President Trump's speech was he said, had we not gone in June, had we not done what we're doing now, who knows essentially what the Middle East would look like? Who knows what the Arab world would look like? Who knows what Israel would look like? He also said that Iran was right at the doorstep with nuclear weapons. That to me was a very powerful comment. And we also have heard through Steve Witkoff, who's one of the negotiators, he's been saying that they were just weeks away. President Trump reiterated that. When you say you're right at the doorstep, you want to wait till they literally are knocking at your door? I don't think so. And President Trump was very clear that now was the time to take out Iran. He also said that they have been decimated. They have been pounded at every different direction. He said their radar system is down 100%. That's a pretty strong record. And then he also took to task some of the prior presidents. And this is something President Trump never holds back on. You know that. President Trump came out and said the $1.7 billion of cash, the Obama deal, of course, that was a joke. And he said, and Iran laughed when they got that money. And then he also talked about past presidents not having the guts to essentially take Iran on. But he said we could not wait. And when you hear him saying, again, that he didn't think like Israel maybe would even be on the map if he had waited much longer, that to me is enough. I trust our president. I believe our president. And I also think his message was a resounding one of peace through strength, because he still said, listen, I'm going to give them a chance to come to the table. They can come to the table, hopefully, and they can hopefully deliver. And if they don't, we're going to essentially bomb them into the Stone Age. We're going to make them a pile of rubble. And you can bet President Trump will do that. He said, I don't really want to go after their energy sources. I would like to avoid their electric, their energy plants, a whole bunch of those things. But if I have no choice, I will do it, and I will do it firmly, and I will do it clearly. Here's a little bit from President Trump talking about why this needed to happen now and why he says the objectives are going to be met, he said, in about 2.5 to 3 weeks. It's only day 32. And he said, we will soon look at a future where Iran will no longer be a threat. Take a listen.
And it's very important that we keep this conflict in perspective. American involvement in World War I lasted 1 year, 7 months, and 5 days. World War II lasted for 3 years, 8 months, and 25 days. The Korean War lasted for 3 years, 1 month, and 2 days. The Vietnam War lasted for 19 years, 5 months, and 29 days. Iraq went on for 8 years, 8 months, and 28 days. We are in this military operation, so powerful, so brilliant, against one of the most powerful countries for 32 days. And the country has been eviscerated and essentially is really no longer a threat. They were the bully of the Middle East, but they're the bully no longer. This is a true investment in your children and your grandchildren's future. The whole world is watching, and they can't leave the power, strength, and brilliance. They just can't believe what they're seeing. They leave it to your imagination, but they can't believe what they're seeing, the brilliance of the United States military. Tonight, every American can look forward to a day when we are finally free from the wickedness of Iranian aggression and the specter of nuclear blackmail. Because of the actions we have taken, we are on the cusp of ending Iran's sinister threat to America and the world. And I'll tell you, the world is watching. And when we do, when it's all over, the United States will be safer, stronger, more prosperous, and greater than it has ever been before.
That is the message of a leader who says we must do this for history.
Listen to this podcast now
On the Red Apple Podcast Network. The Leadership Thread with Dr. Peggy Polonis.
I'm Dr. Peggy Polonis. Join me on each episode where I unravel the story that shaped leaders, tracing the thread that led them where they are today. Because leadership isn't born in adulthood. And thank you once again for joining us on the Leadership Thread, education, ethics, and sustainability.
Download all of Red Apple Media's podcasts right now through your favorite podcast platform.